My dear students and learners, again welcome to the videos for engineering thermodynamics, and this is Dr. Suja uh, giving many videos for the course of engineering thermodynamics for the second year mechanical engineering students of regulation 2017 of Anna University syllabus ME 8391 code. Okay, so successfully we have discussed about the first unit of this particular course, and in the third unit the first half is about properties of pure substances, and specifically we studied about steam production process and related terminologies, how steam is produced. Everything was discussed in detail. Now, in the light of application of this steam, whether it is disaturated steam, wet steam or superheated steam, what are all the various application of this particular steam? What is the use of this steam? What we are going to do? Okay, you know very well that steam possesses high level of energy because of the absorption of the heat given by various modes of resources. Now, the steam possesses high energy. That energy, heat energy possessed by the steam or enthalpy of the steam should be converted to the useful work for the human beings, right? So this is called vapor, that is this useful work can be extracted from the steam by various cycles only. Cycles means it is a sequence of processes. You know very well, right, what is cycle. So what are all the cycles involved in this steam application? Okay, now generally in the first unit we studied about what is cycle, what are all the processes, what is sequence of processes, what is path function, what is point function, what is heat, what is work, how it is converted, and related equations, first law equation, and applicable to various thermal devices. Okay, like this. Here this unit is specifically applicable only to the working substance as steam. Okay, only here we are going to study about steam as the working substance, right? No other air, gas or anything will not be considered. So that's what here the title itself, vapor power cycles, is being given in as the second part of the third unit, right? This is the second part of the third unit. In the first part you studied about how steam is being produced and what was the quality possessed by the steam. Everything was studied. Now from the steam we are going to get the energy, that is work, useful work. Okay, now vapor power cycles. This is power cycle. Power cycle means the cycle which will yield you power, This is stems from vapor. This power cycles uses the resource as vapor. It stems from vapor. Okay, vapor means here steam vapor. Okay, water vapor, steam or water vapor. Okay, this could be called as steam power cycles or vapor power cycles. Okay, so if we want to define, means a power cycle which continuously converts the heat energy which is released by burning of any sort of fuels in the form of solid, liquid or gaseous phase into shaft work. Why here we are mentioning as shaft is the useful energy or the mechanical energy received by the turbine is in to the core extent we are using the shaft to receive that work from the turbine, and from the shaft it is being taken to various applications. So here the heat energy is converted into shaft work, in which the working fluid is repeatedly performs a succession of processes. Performs a succession of processes means they are again and again they have been supplying into the system, and after giving the work they are making a cycle and again that working substance is circulated around the various thermal devices, and finally we are extracting the work from the shaft. Okay, so here in vapor power cycle the working fluid is water, and it undergoes a change of phase, various change of phases, and what are all the importance when phase change occurs. Everything was being was studied in the last part of a third unit, right? This vapor power cycles are external combustion processes. What is this external combustion processes? Is how it is different from internal combustion process is nothing but here in your automobiles, two-wheelers and four-wheelers in your home itself, you can able to see that you are just pouring the diesel or petrol into the vehicle, and the burning takes place inside the system, and it is immediately converted into useful work, and that is connected with the interlinked with the wheels, so that the wheels is moving, right? But in here in this system, instead of doing the internal combustion process, here externally a separate unit is being maintained, where the coal, tons and tons of coal is being burnt, and the heat released by the coal is absorbed by the water, converted into steam, and further transformed into shaft work, right? Now another one more important point is the same water, whatever you are circulating in this cycle, is again condensed and condensed and evaporated. You know what is the importance of evaporation and condensation, right? So water, or the another form steam, is easily available, and it is cheap, is chemically stable, sociologically it is harmless, to the systems, right? You know that in the world the 3/4 of the part is water, but it is not in the form of drinking water. Sea water could be used only for very small outer system, that is outside the system purpose only. Only we can able to use the good water for converting water to steam. Okay, so of course compared to other resources, water is cheap and abundantly available, that you can accept, I hope, right? Okay, so here most common employed or working fluid or working substance, here it is considered as water, since it is available abundantly, and it is also but another one more reason for why we are considering water is, it will not harm the components where they have been processed. Okay, that is most important, because designing of boilers, turbines, and condensers, cooling water, cooling tower, and other combustion related equipments, all are very costlier and it's too tough to maintain, because tons and tons of water and coal is being processed to get the large or mass amount of energy, right? So water is the only resource or a very good substance which can able to give a very good life to the components, which will not harm the devices and the very precision and accurate measuring equipments also. Okay, so now due to its use as a working substance in vapor power cycle, this cycle is usually or often it is called as steam power cycle only, okay, or vapor power cycle or steam power cycle. Now mercury, though it holds a very good property from thermodynamic point of view, it is costly and poisonous, and it use it's very much restricted to the bottoming topping fluid in the binary plants that operates at high temperature. When we are using the binary water cycle, at that time you can use that mercury as a topping fluid, okay, only you can use as a topping fluid, but basically you can use only water as a resource for steam power cycle, okay. Ammonia, freon, carbon dioxide find applications in the operation of refrigeration system for producing the cooling effect. For producing the cooling effect, these are the working substance which could be able to find the application. But however, for a simple steam power plant or thermal power plant application is utilized only water as a resource, primary resource. Okay, so now here let me explain the working of a simple power plant. So here you can able to see now boiler. What is the purpose of boiler? Turbine. How in the first unit I told you, thermal devices and its applications should be known to you, well known to you, well understood to you, then only it is possible to write the SFEE equations and reduce it for the given data to find the solution. Now in this steam power plant point of view, you have to know the exact working principles of boiler, turbine, condenser and pump. What are all the important components you are going to concentrate? Boiler, turbine, condenser and pump. Okay, other equipments are very important. You will be studying all the equipments that is during your course of time till your final year, but hence now analysis point of view or cycles, vapor power cycles is applicable only you have to know the purpose of boiler, turbine, condenser and feed pump, right? Okay, so here in this boiler you are feeding fuel and air. The purpose of air is to maintain the burning of the fuel continuously, right? So in the boiler fuel is being burnt, so coal is being burnt. What happens when coal is burning? It will release the heat energy. That heat energy will be utilized to convert the water which is circulated inside this water tubes. What would be there? In these tubes you will be water will be present, and here because of the heat, the heat would be transferred to the water circulated around the boiler. So this heat will convert the water into steam. That is whether it is dry steam or wet steam, whatever maybe it is. Okay, so the heat released by the fuel burning will convert the water into steam, and this is the first process where here constant pressure heating is given to the boiler. We will meet you in the next video. Thanks for patient listening. I am Dr. Suja. Thank you.